And I meant every word I said when I said that I love you.
You fucking idiot.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
Why did you get piss warm Bud Light Platinum?
I don't know. It looks cold. The bottle's very deceiving.
Yeah, the bottle looks freezing.
Yeah, I know. I think it was fogged up even.
It's brilliant marketing by these idiots.
Speaking of idiots, today you fucked up not one, not two, but three things.
What?
You were late by like an hour.
Yep. You were 3 or 4 hours late last time. So
you were late by an hour.
Yep.
We're cut short because you have to go somewhere immediately, pretty much.
Yes.
And you booked a guest who bailed on you last minute.
Not my fault.
So here we are.
He was gung-ho, and he said he had thought of a bunch of stuff on the flight, and he was excited to talk about it, and he wants to do it on Monday now.
Well, what happened with him?
So his flight got canceled last night because of the bad weather on the Northeast. In the Northeast. And so his flight got canceled. He got in late, and he still wanted to do it, but his girlfriend was being a biatch.
Well, their fiance.
Oh, his fiance didn't want him to come do it because she wanted him to get ready for dinner. I have no idea. She was being a bitch. Doesn't matter.
So in a small village in Borneo, I don't really know where that is. It's somewhere.
It's Borneo, but continue.
Borneo.
Yeah.
There's orangutans. There's this one orangutan that this lady, I guess, took in, right? And she owns this orangutan or caught it or something.
Sure.
And she shaved it, and she's like a madam. So she runs like a prostitute ring with humans, and then she has this one really fat shaved orangutan. And the men, they'll come and they'll fuck the orangutan over the women because it's like this whole fuck the orangutan thing. So this has been going on.
Come on.
I swear to God.
What?
I swear to God, and I'll post the link. It's on Vice.com.
I thought Borneo was kind of like a tourist place.
I mean, if you want to fuck orangutans, that's the place to go if you're a tourist.
It's the only option.
So they've been trying to get this monkey, because I don't know how to say orangutan correctly, apparently.
To do an interview?
No, they've been trying to get it away from her for years.
Who's
right?
they? The monkey force?
Activists.
Okay.
So
yes, literally the monkey force.
No, they actually went in. The cops went in with guns, and
the Borneo cops.
I swear to God,
they don't have better things to be doing than rescuing orangutans.
I mean, our cops are apparently just giving jaywalking tickets to monkey lookalikes. So
another issue.
But so they finally got this thing out, and this lady started screaming at the top of her lungs, "My baby, my baby!" Just freaking out, crying.
Hang on a second. Were you there?
No, but I read the article, and I was so the article is called "Conclusive Proof That There Is No God and Humans Are Essentially Evil," and then there's just this picture of this fat fucking shaved orangutan on there. I'm not kidding.
Orangutans are the ones that have red hair. They have red kind of.
Yeah, this is red hair because they show a picture of either another orangutan or her when she's back to her normal self.
By the way, I mean orangutans are humongous and strong and vicious.
Well, I mean it's in a cage. She said.
But how are they fucking it? Is my.
It says in the article that when the men would come by. Mm-hmm. She would present herself by bending over for sex.
She was trained.
Yeah.
Because otherwise she didn't get food, I'm guessing.
Dude, I mean.
Oh, boy. Do they have pictures of any of the Johns?
No. No.
Is Borneo legal is prostitution legal in Borneo?
I don't know. I would have to look into it.
Okay.
I mean, how would I fucking know that? Don't ask me questions I have no fucking idea.
Did they arrest the orangutan?
Well, it's in a cage somewhere.
They caught her making a transaction.
What's that orangutan going to do in the wild if they release it? It has to be caged for the rest of its life. There's no way.
No, of course not. No, it would die immediately.
And it would just get raped constantly. It
already was.
It's like when girls come out in summer with Daisy Dukes on.
Right.
I mean, I love how you yell at me about the phone, and you've been on it since we fucking started.
I'm playing Snood.
Come on, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh,
this is outrageous.
All right, I'm done.
Fucking Snood. Mistake number 4. Fuck up number 4 for one podcast. You're terrible. You're fucking awful.
I was multitasking. I was multitasking. I had a run-in with the police yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, you told me about it, but I wasn't. I mean, I still don't know where I'm at on this. I think the cop might have been in the right. Why don't you?
No, because I was innocent. I was walking to the bank. I'm a taxpayer.
Very innocent act.
Walking to the bank at 4 p.m.
with a gun
and a switchblade
and a purse.
And you're walking to the bank at 4 p.m. With my friend. We're going to meet. There's a little coffee shop right there in the corner. So I was going to run to the bank. He was just going to get his coffee and sit outside for a second.
Right.
So I crossed the street. This fucking dickhead cop standing there just finishing up writing a woman a ticket. Like a woman my age.
Right.
Goes, hey, sir, come here. Makes me stand there while he finishes writing her a ticket. He has a little tape recorder, a little mini audio recorder.
Yeah.
As he's handing her his ticket, the tape recorder falls off his little ticket pad and smashes all over the sidewalk. Yeah. So then I have to. He doesn't even tell me what he summons me over for. I have to sit there for 5 minutes while he puts his fucking thing back together. He's like chasing batteries that are rolling like all around the sidewalk.
Was he in shorts? Navy shorts?
No, he wasn't. But he was like he was a twerp.
What a fucking
like a guy that I think I could beat up. And I mean, that's very few people.
No, like I said to you when you told me this story, mobile ATM machines, man, while people get murdered.
And so he tells me that I entered the crosswalk when the blinking hand was flashing.
Yeah.
And I said...
on the stoplight,
I said,
right?
Yeah, at the red light. And I said, I'm not sure that I did, but the first time I noticed the blinking hand, it still said 20 seconds, which means I had plenty of time to cross. He said...
it starts at 20, doesn't it?
He goes, well, the countdown starts at 21. Mm-hmm. I said, well, clearly I crossed safely with plenty of time to spare. And he said, you violated code, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I mean...
writes me a ticket. The whole time he's writing me the ticket, I'm just berating him. Because I'm just like, fuck it. Like, I'm going to make this guy arrest me in broad daylight.
Yeah.
So I'm just, the whole time I'm just going, really important job you have, sir. You're stopping crime. You're doing really important stuff.
Yeah, I like it.
Won't respond. I go, and then, so as he's writing me the ticket, everyone's jaywalk. Everyone else is doing it.
Yeah.
One guy runs across the street right in front of us. Mm-hmm. He's
during the blinking hand?
Yeah. Oh, he runs like sprints across with like 2 seconds left.
What? Oh,
right in front of us. The guy's got a wad of plastic bags sticking out of his book bag, and he's running so fast that it flies out. Mm-hmm. So now there's like 20 plastic bags blowing around the intersection. So I'm just going, look at that guy. Look at that guy. Look at the litter. He just won't. He just goes, sir. That was his only response as he's writing the ticket.
They antagonize you on purpose. They do it. They're trained to do that.
Yeah.
Literally.
Sir. So then he said, you have to sign this. I said, well, what am I signing? He said, it's not an admission of guilt. It just says that you will either pay the fine or show up in court on your court date of September 5th. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, if I go to court, do you have to come to court? And he said, yes. And I said, well, then I'm definitely going to court. I'll see you on September 5th.
If everybody could just see him, you should see his face. I'm definitely
I did. I said it right to him. I go, I'm definitely going to go to court, and I'll see you there. And so now I have a lawyer.
Nice.
Baz.
A good lawyer.
Baz is going to come defend it. He's already started doing some research, and he's fired up. Also, by the way...
fired up lawyer. I mean, if you have a fired up lawyer, man...
Well, and I have a witness.
Yeah.
The guy I was with, Justin, who was there and saw me enter while the white walk sign was on. He says that I entered, and then a couple steps in, it switched. And he also says that the cop had his head buried in the ticket. He said that he was watching the cop write the ticket, and the cop just half-assed looked up and waved me over.
So you're basically saying that without hesitation from the last jaywalking ticket he was giving out, he was writing it,
and he was writing it. Literally looks up, goes. I had to stand there for like a minute while he finished the other ticket.
Completely. I mean,
he's not going to show up in court. By the way, and by the way, if he tries to play the audio recording, it's actually a criminal act in the state of California to record audio without consent from both parties. He didn't ask me if he could record.
No, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think it's fucking absolute nightmare bullshit.
But fuck them, man. Like,
they're supposed to be protecting and serving, bro.
This is what turns people against cops. This type of bullshit. You know how many fucking violent crimes happen in California every day?
Dude, I mean, here's the thing. How is that protecting anybody? Like, I mean, I get it if somebody was, like, running across the street.
I asked that. You know what he said? He goes, what we're doing here is actually stopping a lot.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We're stopping a lot of purse snatchers and burglars.
Oh, my
I go,
God.
what are you talking about? He goes, people that rush across intersections a lot of times have just snatched a purse.
Legitimate,
Sir,
biggest lie.
You know that's not true. I didn't say this, but I just wanted to. I actually wanted to knock him the fuck out, take his gun, and shoot him with it. that was the first thing that went in my head. But I was so fired up from it that we met up for a couple drinks and some food last night.
Yeah.
And what did I do on the way to the bar?
You bought a 1.5 inch blade,
Switchblade.
Yeah, a 1.5 inch sized switchblade.
Nonetheless, it is a switchblade.
And you were real having a lot of fun with that. Just
the problem is it's so strong. The blade shoots out with such power that I'm worried that I'm going to cut my finger off.
yeah, I mean it's a big D-sized blade in that it matches your penis size.
No, but it's like a cute little I'd say it's probably 2 inches of blade.
Well, that's
By the way, do you want me to stab you with it?
well, no, I never said anything about that. I never was.
Okay, so don't make
merely,
derogatory remarks.
I was merely comparing it to the size of your penis.
It's silly what you're doing, but I'm saying it's still a powerful tool.
I'm saying that I wasn't.
you're in an
I
alley-
wasn't making fun of the size of it. I was just said the size of it, and I said that it equates to your small dick.
Here's what's annoying for me: if I would have had that switchblade, if I just bought it instead of last night, 2 nights ago, I would have pulled that shit right out on that cop.
yeah, and pierced his armor that he had on underneath.
Fucking pig.
By the
so
way-
then my friend that I was with, Justin, by the way,
Yeah.
goes up to the cop, and Justin's very oafish. You know him.
Yeah,
He's bizarre. And so we get our coffee, and he's all fired up.
right.
He hates cops. Like, he's one of those guys who's like, fuck the pigs.
Yeah, of course.
He goes right up in front of the cop who's writing another pedestrian a ticket. And just, I wish people could see what you just did. He just knocked his beer over onto his lap. Idiot.
All right.
So Justin goes up in front of the cop and starts clapping, like, over his head, going, yay, you did it, and giving the cop the thumbs up, like 4 feet from the guy's face. And so the cop doesn't even look up, and then finally he just looks up and just goes, and just gives him thumbs up, like I think he thought he was retarded. So he gave him like a smile and a thumbs up, and then kept writing this woman his ticket. By the way, I did driving into the office today. Same fucking cop, same corner.
Really?
Standing right there.
I mean, he's
fucking pig.
He's got to be. He's getting punished for something, right?
Must be. I mean, the other police must be having a field day with him down at the precinct.
I mean, was he in shorts today?
No, I wish. He was wearing his helmet standing on the sidewalk, by the way.
Oh, so he's a bicycle. Like he's on a bicycle.
Oh, probably. Yesterday he didn't have his helmet on, but I'm sure he
Did you get his name? What's his name?
Fuck, the ticket's in my bag.
Gromit will fucking write letters.
Well, I think what I may do is I might make a whole production. I may.
Well, nobody can hear you because you're not talking into the mic. So.
Oh, is that how it works? It's his name was Officer Kelly.
What a joke! Hey, Officer Kelly.
And by the way, he had an orange
Good job.
mustache. Orange mustache.
No,
Officer Kelly, you should be really proud of yourself.
No, yeah,
there was only
you
10
did good.
rapes committed in the same fucking vicinity yesterday, you moron.
Yeah, you did real good, Officer Kelly. Thanks for giving out those jaywalking tickets.
Yeah,
what corner is that on, just so everybody can visit him?
Ventura and Sepulveda.
Ventura and Sepulveda.
Right
Go
outside
visit
the Sherman Oaks Galleria.
Go visit Officer Kelly right outside the Sherman Oaks Galleria. On a Delta Airlines flight.
I saw this.
Can you believe that? Needles in their food.
It was
sewing
It was
needles.
4 different people bit into sandwiches
with sewing
that
needles.
had sewing needles in them and got their mouths pricked.
I mean, that's
and they had
scary.
to go on the anti-HIV cocktail. That's crazy. How crazy is this, though?
What's that?
So a family all went to. It was a flight from Prague, which is in the Czech Republic, which I'm sure you didn't know.
Sure. Okay.
And the flight was headed to Minnesota, and
which I'm sure you don't know what state that's in.
The land of 10,000 lakes. Minnesota is a state, you idiot.
I know.
But the dad bit into a needle sandwich, and his son was on a different flight going back to Florida because they just all met in Prague.
Yeah.
And the son also bit into a needle sandwich.
It's a big thing.
So there were
on.
2 of the 4 people were in the same family. And maybe it's because they just like the same sandwich, but I don't know.
No, I mean,
so they didn't know who did it, but they were like. I thought Delta Airlines' statement was so shitty. Like, rather than being like, we're really sorry, we're going to figure this out, we don't care how much we have to. The fucking statement from Delta was like, I mean, people can't expect us to inspect every sandwich.
No, but you can expect that the people who are providing the sandwiches would have inspected them when they were fucking making them.
Yeah, you certainly could have.
Are they being spit out of a fucking machine tube?
And here was their solution. They were like, we can assure you that on those flights, the sandwiches have now been replaced with pizzas. Like,
is that true?
That's your solution?
Is that really true?
I swear to God. They took the sandwiches out and now they're pizzas.
Because it would be impossible for a needle to be hidden in some cheese and sauce and bread.
And by the way, I'm picturing a Delta Airlines pizza. My guess is there's one thin shred of mozzarella. So it probably would be impossible.
And it costs $16.
Yeah, $16. And the worst is when you get, and for some reason, I always forget how terrible it is, even though I get it every time and I'm always disappointed. I always order the fruit and cheese plate.
Yeah.
It's literally 1 cube of cheddar, a date, and a peanut.
Dates are disgusting,
and it's like $7.25. But it's like one really unsatisfying little stale piece of white cheddar.
Remember when we took that
sweet cracker? What do I want a sweet cracker for with cheddar?
Remember when we took that Virgin flight and they were giving us like full bottles of wine?
Yeah.
And we both got cheese plates, and I think your girlfriend got one as well.
Oh yeah, we were getting ham bones.
By the way,
full bottles of wine. What was that about?
I think I had 2 by the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
dude, I was essentially blacked out.
Well, you're blacked out every flight you take.
Yeah,
but a Virgin flight when you have 2 of your friends next to you is basically like being at a bar for 4 hours.
It's like being on a party bar.
You have TV. We were watching a football game. We made a bet.
Holy shit! That's right. That was fun.
Yeah, it was great.
No, I'm flying Virgin to Chicago with 5 buddies. We got the whole row.
Oh, that's gonna be nice
for our fantasy football draft.
That's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a lot of fun, but it's like a 2 p.m. flight on a Friday. I'm like, I'm a little worried what state everyone's gonna be in.
That's gonna be. I mean,
4-hour flight, probably an hour of bar time before.
You guys have no chance.
Yeah,
you guys won't even make it to the hotel. I hope it's in the airport.
Yeah, we're staying at TGI Fridays in the back booth.
Oh my god!
But flying. That's the thing. Like, flying is such a nightmare when you're by yourself. It's such a nightmare if you're sober.
Yeah.
If you're with like a few people and everyone's having fun, like going there is can be really fun. Coming back's always awful.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care either way.
What I've learned to do is, like on trips, even if it's just like a weekend trip or a 3-day trip, I mentally think about the trip as though the day I'm flying home is part of the vacation.
So you mentally think about it, as opposed to some other way of thinking.
As opposed to anally thinking about it. No, I think about it as if it's part of the vacation. So I'm like, yeah, like Friday is going to be really fun. We're going to fly out. You know, we got to go to this thing. Saturday, free day. We're going to do this and this. Like Sunday, we'll hang out at the fucking TGI Fridays in the bar, and then we'll just party on the flight back and get a ham. Like, I think about the flight day as part of the trip, and it helps a lot. Like I've noticed since I've started doing that. Like I get there a couple hours early, go to the bar.
Yeah, I've noticed. I've taken you to the airport a couple times now, and I've noticed you have a real system, a real method of what you do, and it all starts with a fight with the girlfriend.
Yep.
So, I mean, is that how you pump yourself up to get wasted at a bar for an hour before you get on the flight?
No, I just figure if there's a chance that I'm going to die today, let's at least go out on a bad note so she feels terrible. No, but I think part of
shit.
I'll tell you what, man. So I'm an airport bar aficionado.
No, we can't talk about the airport bar again. We've talked about it in the last
I haven't talked about this one.
podcasts.
I want to tell you about this one.
No, come on.
There's a bar called the Buckeye Sports Grill in Columbus, Ohio Airport. It is quite simply the finest party in town.
Nobody's ever going to be there, ever.
Okay, there might be a listener here who 5 years from now is going to be there on a business trip selling socks.
So you're saying that our audience are sock salesmen?
Our listeners are very blue collar. It is the finest airport bar in the country. Next time I go to Columbus, I'm just going to buy a cheap ticket just so that I can get in and hang out at the bar.
Well, there's
like a party going on.
I've wanted to. Remember when we discussed like just going to the airport to hang out at the bar, but you can't anymore. You have to have a ticket. You can't do it.
There's some of the ports have bars that are outside security. Like LAX actually has the Virgin Lounge.
Really?
Which, by the way, maybe next weekend.
When you're leaving, I'll see if I can. Because you want to ride, don't you?
I'm not leaving next weekend.
Oh, whenever you're leaving.
No, I'm saying next weekend. Let's go.
Let's just go.
We'll We'll park our cars at your place and cab over to the Virgin Lounge. Dude, I'm telling you, airport bars are a good place to meet people. Because everyone's in the same boat. Everyone's like, oh, this is miserable.
Speaking of others, and not just us, really upset we don't have a guest today. Thanks, idiot. Why
don't you book a guest, you stupid piece of shit?
It's on record in a past podcast that you said that I take care of the editing.
All right.
And the technical.
But you don't always take care of the editing or the technical stuff.
Have you ever? Who's ever edited it?
I often have to produce it. And by the way, Fuchs, until you offended him.
How did I offend him?
You were being mean to him at work, and he said, how about you don't be an asshole? Remember this?
That happened a long time ago.
Yeah, and he's yet to edit a podcast since.
No, that was well before that, idiot. You're
whatever.
Fucking stupid, and you twist the truth. You lie. Ugh. Let's do a voicemail.
Okay.
Let's do a voicemail.
Do we have some voicemails?
We have a couple.
By the way...
Stop. Shut up.
Can you after you play them, can you tell people how to leave voicemails? Because no one can figure it out. I had 10 people tell me they wanted to leave fucking voicemails this week.
How? I don't understand. You click the link that I post. Okay, there's a phone number.
What software do you need?
There's a You need Flash installed on your computer, which everybody has to watch YouTube videos.
Okay.
So, or you can call us at 321-345-8346. That's 321-DICKVEIN.
DIKVEIN.
Yes. 321-345.
The funny thing is that you didn't know that's not how Dick's spelled. You stupid piece of shit.
It's so fucking true.
Play a voicemail, because I've only got 6 minutes before I gotta go eat some sushi.
Shut up. Shut up.
Octopus.
Big D, love the podcast. It's a great show. Anyway, what I wanted to call about and talk about, or actually get some clarification, was a couple episodes ago, I heard Big D talk about
What'd you do?
He was in a serious long-term relationship.
Listen, we're going to start all over. I'm starting.
Is this the same guy who wants to know about foie gras?
No.
Nifty it is. I can tell the voice, dum-dum.
It's nifty, it's not.
I know for a fact that it is, Pally. Nifty is.
Retep, Big D, love the podcast. It's a great show.
All right.
Anyway, what I wanted to call about and talk about...
This is garbage.
No. What are you doing?
I'm starting over. We're starting over.
So we have a couple voicemails?
Yeah. Let's do a couple.
Pop it like it's hot, Pally. Do you know how to do anything?
Retep, Big D, love the podcast. It's a great show.
Thanks, pal.
Anyway, what I wanted to call about and talk about, or actually get some clarification, was a couple episodes ago, I heard Big D talk about how he was in a serious long-term relationship, and yet marriage was just out of the question, and that, it wasn't even part of the conversation with his girlfriend. So what I want to know is if he's delusional or whether he's found like the golden ticket to never get married. So guys, you guys could talk about that. I'd like that. Okay,
it's funny. So I don't know who that was. I wish they would have left their Twitter handle or whatever the fuck it's called.
Right.
Because that's a brilliant call. Because here's
a brilliant call,
and I'll tell you why.
All right.
Because here's I don't know who this guy is.
Mm-hmm.
I can guarantee you, he's been dating a chick for like a year, and he's already starting to get a hint that she might want to go down that road.
I mean, he's
possibly
already engaged.
Quite literally calling, just being like, "Is there anything I can do?" And I'll tell you what. And again, great call. The only thing you can do, and I set this system up a long time ago, you have to start really early. So at around the time where you realize that the girl really likes you, but not too early. You got to get it to where it's really deep, like where she really likes you and is thinking of you as a guy that she like really wants to be with for a while.
So just to clarify, this is what you've done for the current partner that you're with. You've
absolutely, and this is a system that I've advocated to several friends, and they're using it rather effectively.
Okay. So if you're listening,
well, I do have a particular friend who like we talked about this, and he's implementing the system as we speak, and it's working. You start around that time, so let's say maybe I wouldn't do it any sooner than 4 months. Because at that point they're still willing to cut bait. It's like when you wait in line for 10 minutes and then you go, shit, this line's not moving. Well, I've already been here for 10 minutes, right?
Right.
So wait till it's been about 20, because at that point no one's jumping on a line.
Right.
So that's like 4 or 5 months. Start throwing out subtle hints. And what I refer to this as poisoning them. So you poison them on the idea. You poison them on the idea of marriage. So just anytime marriage comes up, you go, "Oh, this is stupid." Or a wedding on TV, you go, "Oh, look how dumb they look."
Well, I mean, that's easy for you because you really feel that way, though.
Of course I do, but I'm saying you do it. You go out of your way to do it.
So you're really not poisoning them. You're enlightening them.
You're showing, but you're poisoning their brain because their brain was raised to think that I must have a wedding and I must be married and this is how it works and this is how it's going to work.
Okay, so listeners, step one. Hold on. Step one: wait until at least 4 months and then poison your significant other's brain.
But just like you would poison someone if you're trying to kill them, first start administering it slowly. And then you get more heavy-handed once it starts building up. So weddings are stupid. People that are every time you get a wedding invitation in the mail, you just go, "Ugh, what a fucking inconvenience. Who really wants to go to this?" Really go out of your way to make marriage and weddings seem fucking stupid and terrible and disgusting. And administer that poison for a while, right? And then there will be a point, probably about a year after you've started poisoning them, where they will kind of casually be like, I mean, I know you think marriage is stupid, but I mean, like, what, I mean, what about us? And you go, yeah, I mean, we would never bother people with that. We're so much cooler. And you just make it seem like you guys are like this enlightened, cool couple that's above all that, right? And that's how you do it. You laugh at them. Like, we would never make our family go through that shit. We're so cool.
Fucking genius.
And that's what you do.
So there's only 2 steps, essentially.
No, there's a third step.
What's the third one? Don't get married? Is that the third step?
No, the third step is about a year after that. So now we're talking it's been about 2 years and 4 months.
Which is exactly where you're at.
Exactly where I'm at.
So you're in this step right now.
It just happened. I just nipped it. The third step's called nipping it in the bud.
All right.
And what happens then is I'm whispering because she's outside, probably with a cup to the door. That there will be a time where they'll get drunk. Probably going to be in a casino in Vegas. I don't know. And they're going to go, but seriously, are you going to marry me one day? And that's called the last ditch effort, right? It's them saying, I'm going to throw it all on the line. I'm going to do a last ditch effort. Are we ever going to get married? And then you concede. And here's what you say. You go, I totally want to live that life with you. I think you should change your last name. We'll have kids. We'll do all that. I just, we'll totally be married. We'll just never go through the bullshit process.
Okay.
And that's called nipping it in the bud, which is basically you saying, you'll change your last name. We'll have kids. We'll live together. We'll have a great life. We're just never going to do any of the other bullshit because we're a little too cool for that.
But aren't there certain advantages that come to being actually married? So, you're actually missing out on things.
None for the man.
And what about the tax breaks? Isn't there tax breaks that you get?
Whatever advantage you lose out on by not taking advantage of the tax breaks does not outweigh what you will lose out on.
But if you're living,
you get divorced.
But if you're living with a woman for 5 years?
I think it's 7 in California.
7 years,
yeah.
And then she can basically just take everything.
No,
what is it? There's a law that says that if you're living,
it's called a domestic domestic partnership, which by common law means after 7 years of sharing the same household,
you've really done your fucking homework on this, pal.
Just pay attention to things.
Yeah,
they have the same
how to
rights.
not marry your significant other.
They have the same rights as a married woman.
So I'm sorry. So after 7 years under common law, if you've lived with a woman, they have the same rights as if you're married. The same.
Whoa! What was that?
What?
Who just slammed the door?
It wasn't slammed.
It sounded like a hard slam. Sorry. What time, Nicole? How soon till we have to leave? Probably 7:10, right?
It's after 7.
So we should probably leave in
You guys should keep talking about how there's no incentives for men to get married.
7 or 8 minutes.
No, I'm actually Nicole. Can you?
So
do you wanna?
So the way it works is, so it's after 7 years. It's
so hold on. Let's just pause and then end it real quick because you have to go because you're pussy whipped.
I have 7 minutes.
But your significant other just came in and gave a snarky attitude about how she said you guys can just keep talking about how there's no incentive to get married for men to marry women. So and there was a door slam. So I think
I don't think. Do you think the door slam was legit?
Of course. Well, she wants to leave A and B. She heard you being snarky about marriage.
Well, but here's the thing about the common law situation, pal.
Now, I don't care. Do you think that she is on to your game?
There's no game. And by the way, why are you screaming in the middle of my apartment about this?
It has steps.
There's no steps. The guy asked. Play another voicemail. You ruined the whole thing. But email me at bigd@cocktailsandkimonos.com and I'll get into it.
You still don't know how to use that email address.
I have no idea because you never showed me.
Because you never showed me. God, you're a fucking 2-year-old.
By the way, it did sound like that. Edit that out, please. Play one more.
All right, I got one more.
Play one more.
All right,
man.
I'm looking for it. You ready?
I didn't say play one more bore.
Okay, sorry.
I didn't say play one snore.
Hey, it's Tomahawk again. This question is for Rita, a.k.a. Fat Pig.
Real funny.
How is it that you watch over like 60 hours of food TV every week, yet you still don't know how to cook? Can you answer that for me?
I love how you could hear him take a sip. He is the biggest alcoholic.
Not only is he an alcoholic, B...
When we called him a red-faced Indian, it's no joke. So he's a legitimate blotchy-skinned alcoholic man.
So he's asking me how because I watch a lot of Food Network, like food reality shows like Hell's Kitchen.
Well,
Top
I think
Chef.
you do that because you think that it stems your humongous appetite for fattening foods, but yeah.
No, but the point is that the shows aren't meant to teach you how to cook. They're meant to entertain you with drama.
I've learned quite a bit how to cook.
No, I understand that. And B, so point B would be that you have no idea if I know how to cook. I've never cooked you a meal, you ugly Injun.
Well,
I mean...
Well... But you've known him for years, and you even lived in the same house with him.
I didn't. I would never. He doesn't pay his rent.
Why don't you?
He's an alcoholic.
Well, he lives on a reservation. It's rent free.
No, he lives in a studio that's the size of this room.
Sorry, why don't you ever cook?
And he has no internet.
Why don't you ever cook? You didn't even cook on Thanksgiving last year.
No, I'm too impulsive to cook. It takes a lot of timing. I'll
tell you what. That's a bad thing to be as a man. You don't want to be a guy who can't cook. You want to be able to at least have one dish that you can go to.
Oh, I can cook if I need to.
Name a dish. Sorry, hamburgers don't count. What do you cook?
Some chicken and cream sauce with asparagus, a little.
Oh my God, the most Midwestern fat pig dish.
What do you
tater tot hot dish?
It's so not, but
it's
what do you cook? What do you cook? Spaghetti that you bought at the store? You boil it in water?
It's pronounced spaghetti.
Homemade pizzas that you don't roll the dough, you buy the kit? And then
I absolutely roll the dough.
What goes into a good dough?
A little bit of yeast. a little bit of flour.
You're an idiot. And Mikhail and Tomahawk, you're an idiot as well.
One more. Then we gotta go. I gotta sign off.
I don't think we have anyone. Oh wait.
What's up, Big D? What's up, Fat Pig? Pete, that's you, Fat Pig. Tomahawk, you might remember me from the Power of Hour episode.
Power of Hour.
I got a question for
He's
Fat
drunk.
Pig.
He's so stupid.
Pete.
He's going right after you.
In case all of you out there don't know who Fat Pig is. Quick question.
He's hammered.
Why is there a box of latex gloves next to your bed under the nightstand? What do you do with those? And don't give me something stupid like, oh, they're for when I dye my hair. I don't know. What is it for?
Boy.
He's a train wreck.
He's utterly hammered.
All right, I'm cutting him off, but he's a fucking train wreck.
So he's touching on. Clearly, he didn't listen to the last podcast.
And the fact is that you told him to ask that question. You did, and he
no.
didn't even have the fucking decency to listen to the podcast.
No. I asked him to leave a voicemail.
Which
he told me about the rubber gloves, and then I queried you, and it turned out that you were an ass play.
Yeah, ass play and Illuminati.
Good night, everybody.
You can't edit on that.
Why?
Steve.
All right, well, Ritz I have to go to a dinner at a nice restaurant, one that you probably couldn't afford, so you're not invited.
Well, I'm going to be working for you, aren't I? So you're saying that you're not paying me enough? Can I get a raise?
You're getting paid quite well for your position, pal.
Yeah, because you hired other people and they couldn't do the job. Sorry, pal. You need me. You need me. You need me. Fuck you.
Well, I need you emotionally.
Good night, everybody.